Thank you for following up on interesting tutorial about the geological timescale. So to recap, we explained the ionotherm, eratherm, system, series, or the eon, era, period, epoch, and age. We learned from British geological timescale and from US geological timescale, and with the help of ChatGTP, we learned that eons we have in the geological time scale are what we have: the Hadean, we have the Achaean, we have the Proterozoic, and we have the what Phanerozoic eons. So in total, we have four eons. Now, the four eons, the oldest of those four eons is what? The Hadean, followed by what? Achaean, followed by Proterozoic, and followed by what? Phanerozoic. So this as a whole contains the Phanerozoic eons. Now, recognizably, focusing on this Phanerozoic eon, the Phanerozoic eon are further divided into three eras. Meanwhile, Hadean, Achaean, and Proterozoic, they are also divided into their following eras. Just that our main focus on the topic will be within these Phanerozoic eons. So that is why we are focused on the Paleozoic era, Mesozoic era, and Cenozoic era. Now, moving ahead, we learned that the Phanerozoic eons, which is subdivided into Paleozoic era, Mesozoic era, and Cenozoic era, that the Paleozoic era are divided into periods which are what? Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Carboniferous, Permian periods. So in an eon, you have an era. In an era, you have a period. In a period, you have an epoch. In an epoch, you have an age or stage. So we drove down from Phanerozoic eon down to Paleozoic era. From Paleozoic era, we are having Cambrian period, Ordovician period, Silurian period, Devonian period, down to Permian periods. Moving from Paleozoic to Mesozoic era, that is the middle era, we have what? Three periods. So three periods are three main geological periods. And when you look at this Jurassic, you would have heard of Jurassic Park, the existence and the extinction of dinosaurs, and evolution of fossils and opening of seas, and key geologic events happened during this Mesozoic era, also including the Nigeria Sedimentary Basin, which started from the Cretaceous period. Yeah. So now this Mesozoic era is subdivided into three periods. Now these three periods are classified as Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. Now, according to the US Geological Timescale, they classify these periods as early, middle, or late. Meanwhile, British Geologic Survey classified them as lower, middle, and upper. Triassic, they have early Triassic, middle Triassic, and late Triassic. And if you look at this event, this is like a box plot that from the lower boundary of this late Triassic period to the upper boundary of the late Triassic period, the time it it spent a lot of the late Triassic period spent a lot of time as opposed to what? The early and the middle Triassic period. Okay, the early Triassic period took took some time as opposed to middle and late Triassic period. So also the Cretaceous, which took enough time as early and late. Okay, so because in the Nigeria Sedimentary Basin, okay, Nigeria Sedimentary Basin started from the late okay, from Albian to late Albian down to what? To Pleistocene. Okay, so this is for the Mesozoic era. So the Mesozoic era is divided into three periods: Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods. And these Triassic periods are divided into early, middle, or late, either by Geological Society of America, or lower, middle, and upper by the Geological Society of British Geological Society. Now, moving ahead, we have the classifications the Cenozoic era. So the Cenozoic era is divided into Quaternary period, Paleogene period, and Neogene period, or which can be combined into Tertiary period. So for the US Geological Society, they classified the Paleogene and Neogene under Tertiary. The Paleogene and Neogene started from 66 66 million years down to what? Down to 2.58 million years. So the Cenozoic era contains the recent period, the recent epochs, or the recent age of geologic evolution. Okay, so you can imagine where the Paleozoic era started from 541 million years and ended at 251 million years. Then the Mesozoic era started from 251 million years down to 66 million years. That is Maastrichtian. So Maastrichtian is the end point of the Mesozoic era. So you can say that the Maastrichtian is older than what? The Danian. The Maastrichtian is older than the Danian. And so the Cenozoic started from 66 million years down to what? Down to recent. Okay, so with that being said, we can still see that the Cenozoic, that is Paleogene, Neogene, and Quaternary, have several epochs. Okay, these epochs can be classified as Paleocene, Eocene, Oligocene, Miocene, Pliocene, Pleistocene, Holocene. This is with respect to the Nigerian Sedimentary Basin, because the Nigerian Sedimentary Basin ran through the Cretaceous, that is Alptian, approximately 121 million years, down to the Pleistocene. You can think of Awi Formation in the Calabar Basin. You can think of Nkpuru Formation in the Enugu Basin as Alptian and Albian. Okay, you can think of Ogu. You can think of Ogusheu as Cenomanian and Turonian. You can think of Agbani Sandstone, the Anambra Basin, that is Lower Benue Trough. I'm trying to come to a localized Nigerian basin currently. So in the Lower Benue Trough contains sediments of Albian, Alptian down to Santonian. So during this Santonian period, some of the sediments within this Lower Benue Trough experienced localized Santonian folding.